Welcome to the first episode of We Vote. This is going to be a show and a channel that is dedicated to covering elections across Africa. 2019 is actually a very interesting year when it comes to elections because you've got elections in Malawi, you've got elections in Mozambique, you've got a big election in Nigeria, you've got a big election in South Africa. And I actually don't think that the elections are covered in the way that they're supposed to be. So I decided, hey, rather than complain about it, let me actually, create some content around the elections, around the deep politics that actually are affecting the continent. And let's see if we can have an intellectual discussion and conversation about a variety of the things that are happening in Africa, specifically electorally. So look out for commentary, look out for analysis, look out for debating on particular topics as and when they arise. I'm going to try to post a video every 2 days just to keep up with what's happening, just because, when it's election season, things happen fast and they happen, at a rapid pace. So we're going to try to keep up with the various developments all across the continent. So that's what this show is really going to try to do. I haven't introduced myself. If you don't know me, my name is Mighty Jamie. I'm a law graduate from the University of the Witwatersrand. Whilst I was at the Wits University, I used to do a lot of competitive debating, and I was able to win a few trophies: African champion, African best speaker twice, South African public speaking champion, South African debating champion, world finalist in public speaking. And I really have a passion and an interest in politics. I have a passion and an interest in civics more specifically. So that's what this channel is going to try to do. So look out for it. Hopefully you enjoy the content. And just as let's get the conversation going and let's make it valuable to each other. I've got this book right here called Who Will Rule in 2019 by Jean-Jean Joubert. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. So if you want to win this particular book, if you're in South Africa, I will deliver it to you within the next 7 days. If you want to win, all you have to do is like the video, comment, and you stand a chance. The first 25 people to subscribe, like, comment are going to be eligible for the competition. So if you want to win, you want to get your elections library going, this book will get it done. The first 25, I'm not trying to make it too difficult for you to win, just trying to have a good time with the people who are day one. So if you're day one, first 25, let's get it going. So now, this particular video is actually about the top 10 parties that we should be looking out for in 2014. Who are they? What are they? What should we expect from them this year? But before we go into who the top 10 are, let's look at who the top 10 were, if we may. So here goes. 2014, top 10. Number 1, ANC with 14.1 million. Number 2, DA with 4 million votes. Number 3, EFF with 1.2 million. IFP, number 4, 440,000. NFP, 288,000 at number 5. Bottom 5, UDM, 185,000. Freedom Front Plus at number 7 with 166,000. COPE at number 8 with 123,000. Number 9, ACDP, 104,000. Number 10, AIC at 97,000. Now, if you look at the seats, ANC is 249, DA 89, EFF 25, IFP 10, NFP 6, UDM 4, Freedom Front Plus 4, COPE 3, ACDP 3, AIC 3 seats. These were the top 10 political parties. The other parties that got seats in parliament were AHANG, PAC, and APC. So having said all of that, let's now talk about who will be the next or the top 10 in 2019 in South Africa. I want to hear what your thoughts are on who the top 10 are, but I'm gonna give you the top 10 according to Mighty Jamie, the We Vote top 10 parties to look at this particular year. Let's go into the top 10 power rankings. Number 1, this is the big 3. I'm gonna start with the big 3. Number 1, obviously, no question about it, ANC. How many seats are they gonna get? About 260. I think they're gonna have about 62%. Even higher, we'll see. But ANC, number 1. Number 2, EFF, They're definitely going to be the number 2 party. This is not what the conventional wisdom is going to tell you. I'm actually going to tell you this because I've been on the ground, I've been on university campuses, I've been talking to the youth, and I think that the EFF is going to get 16% of the vote, 1-6. Number 3, DA. I think they're going to get 15.5, if not 15%. They're going to have a massive drop in 2019, and they're going to be the number 3 political party. Mmusi Maimane will be fired by the end of the year. That's my projection. You may disagree, but that's something that I strongly believe. Okay, that's the big 3. What are the next 3? IFP, they are resurging. The NFP, the party that split away, has been very Cope-like ever since they split away. They've been, getting into bed with the ANC, that kind of thing. And I don't think that they have got traction in KZN. And I think the IFP has been doing well to resurge and recapture, traction and imagination in its provincial stronghold. So I think the IFP is going to be number 4. UDM, very strong in the Eastern Cape. They're very consistent in that demographic. Bantu Holomisa, very popular in his constituency. They're going to be at number 5. Freedom Front Plus, also very popular in the Orania Beltway. Very popular with that demographic. They're still going to maintain some presence. I think they're going to drop a little bit. They think they're going to increase. I think they're going to stay at around about 120,000, if not in the 100,000 range. But they're definitely going to be number 6. Now, the bottom 4 parties, right? Some of these parties are simply consistent, and some of them have got hacks that help them. But here they are. ACDP, very consistent. They average 125,000 votes across the 5 elections. So I don't think they'll get the 125,000 necessarily, or the 100,000 they got last time. Maybe they'll be at around about 95. Maybe they'll be slightly above. We'll see. It depends on how they play their game in the next 4 months. But ACDP definitely going to be in parliament with about 3 or 4 seats. No question about it. The NFP, even though they have dropped in significance and popularity, I still think they're not going to drop to 0. They're going to go from about 288,000 to about 100,000, giving them 3 seats. That's where they're going to be at number 8. AIC will always be in parliament because they basically hacked the system. The AIC chose a color theme that is similar to the ANC. They put their name right under the ANC on the ballot, and there's enough people who make a simple mistake in terms of when they're voting for the ANC to get the AIC some seats. They're always going to get about between 80 to 100,000 votes. They got their 3 seats. They're solid. They hacked the system. They're always going to benefit from that. Then the last party, number 10, coming in at number 10, we have the BLF. The BLF is coming in at number 10 because, they're going to get a lot of media attention. And I do believe they've got a strong enough, constituency that is going to keep them in the race in some shape or form. Now, the BLF has got a serious problem, though, because they haven't actually got 500,000. Mkutama doesn't have the 500,000. I don't think his followers have the 500,000. I don't think anybody's going to give them the 500,000 unless Jacob Zuma gives it to them under the table. So they may not actually be able to register officially as a political party that can contest in the elections. We'll keep our eyes on that. But that's where they stand. They have a question mark. Now, here are the parties that are gone, out, done, hamba. These parties are not going to be in parliament. They're not going to have any seats. Cope, gone. Mosiuoa Lekgote has taken a bet that he can poach voters from AfriForum, from Freedom Front Plus types. Those people are not going to vote for him. They're going to vote for Freedom Front Plus before they vote for Lekgote. So his positionality around land, etc., has lost him all of his black constituency, and he's not going to get the constituency that he has been patronizing and pandering to. It's just not going to happen. Gone. Cope, done, dead, hamba. Number 2, Agang. They're not going to be able to stick around any longer. They don't have their star player, which is Mamphele Ramphele. They've been very lackluster in parliament. They've had a few moments, but generally they've been lackluster in parliament. They are gone, done, hamba. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to them. Now, there are interesting questions around the PAC and the APC, the Pan-African Congress, and the APC, which is Themba Godi's party. He's had a seat. He was able to get 35,000 votes, but I don't know if Themba Godi is strong enough on his own to get another 35,000 votes. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's not going to have a seat in parliament. He's going to be gone unless ANC does him some kind of a favor somewhere, which people say happened last time. I don't think Themba Godi is going to be in parliament with us. He's gone. That's done. It's over. Bye-bye. So that's my top 10. I'm curious to hear what do you have to say about that top 10 of who we should watch, who's likely to be in parliament in the next 5 months. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Please comment below, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's start this interesting journey. And don't forget, you can win this particular book, Who Will Rule in 2019 by Jean-Jean Joubert. Eusebius Makeza really likes his book. He says it's a phenomenal book. I think it's a good book worth reading, but I'll leave it up to you to find out. Remember, if you want to win, what you got to do is you got to comment, like, and then you got to subscribe. The people who are going to be eligible for the competition are the first 25 subscribers. That's episode 1 of We Vote.